What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, get in here. Everybody get in here because we got to get into some things, all right? So yesterday, Ts Madison went on to the Breakfast Club, and she had an explosive interview on the Breakfast Club, and she talked about a plethora of different topics, and one of the main topics that came up was Lil Boosie, all right? You know, the topic of Lil Boosie and Lil Nas X has now been a topic for at least 2 months straight at this point, maybe even longer than that. So anyway, Ts Madison pretty much brought up, the fact that Boosie has this strong infatuation for Lil Nas X and says that Lil Nas X is problematic for the children, the people's children, everyone's children. Lil Nas X is a problem. However, Little Boosie is the same individual that had a grown woman give fellatio to his underage child. So once Ts Madison said that on the Breakfast Club, it spread like wildfire, and all the blogs were like, well, she has a point. Why aren't people talking about that? And Boosie responded. He pretty much said, when he responded, though, he kind of aimed target at Charlemagne. So this is what he said. They still got my name in their mouth about that gay shit. LOL. Charlemagne the God, you are part of the problem. Keep egging these people on your show with this, bro. You using your platform to support Nas X and his antics. I see what side you on. He said, F y'all kids, shaking my head, you dummies. So Boosie feels some type of way because he feels like gay people are not allowed to have an opinion. Gay people are not allowed to be in spaces, and now it's Charlemagne's fault. I personally think that's a crock of BS. I don't see why Boosie feels like he can go onto a platform, say a bunch of ignorant shit, and do what he wants to do, and say you're gonna protect strippers and protect this, but you will slap Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X deserves to die, this, that, and the third. But gay people don't have any rights. Gay people shouldn't be in spaces, and Charlemagne should be controlling of that. Who are you? You yellow-eyed freak. I don't feel like that's fair. I don't think that's right. And I think that that's a lot of the ignorance that it just goes to show that black heterosexual men portray. And that's just the reality of the situation. How is it that Boosie, as ignorant as he is, he feels like he should be able to allow to go into spaces and say, be able to voice his opinion, be able to voice homophobic rhetoric. However, Ts Madison shouldn't be allowed to come onto the Breakfast Club because now there's a narrative being pushed. Because she brought up the fact that, well, how are you saying that we need to protect the kids? But you are actually putting your kids in danger more than Lil Nas X. You are, in fact, more of a child endangerer than Lil Nas X because you're allowing your child to be sexually assaulted by women. So make it make sense. And I totally agree with Ts Madison. I just feel like, and she made a very strong point. A lot of these men feel like as long as you're a gay person, we should be under them. A lot of black people feel this way too. Just in general, we should be under them. The minute we become eye level, now it's in a problem. Now it's an agenda. But as long as we're looked at as a sublet of black people or not quite there, as long as we're here, and out the way, it's okay. As long as we're not on Main Street, it's all good. As long as we're around the corner, we fool with y'all, we don't have to see you. But the minute we start occupying space and our voices get heard and our presence are felt, then we become a problem. Then it becomes this agenda. Then it becomes all of this negativity, which I don't agree with. And it doesn't make any sense. Really, I feel like a lot of men, a lot of people like Boosie, they are modern day like slave owners. Like they would rather black gay people or gay people in general be segregated, whipped, beat, stoned, and enslaved. Same thing that white people did to black people for years. But they don't see anything wrong with that. And to me, that's crazy. Because again, black people exist in the LGBTQ. And we also need to stop hollering out, protect the kids, when a lot of men like Boosie put their sons in a lot of traumatizing situations as children. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't feel like Boosie feels bad for anything that he's doing. I think that he actually loves the attention. This is the most attention he's gotten in a while. Hell, no one's talking about his music. So now he's trending every single day. So at this point, I'm at a point where I honestly hate that I have to keep talking about him, but it's very relevant to today's conversation because he keeps saying ignorant things. You know what I mean? However, I feel like he's going to continue to say ignorant things. No, you can't cancel Boosie. Boosie is not on any platform in any major way to be even canceled. He has nothing to lose. He is literally the Kaya of straight black men at this point. And let's be clear. He's ghetto, he's ratchet, he's hood. And there's definitely a ghetto, ratchet, ignorant, hood audience that loves everything that he's saying. So those people will support him. Boosie doesn't care about becoming mainstream. He will never be that. He will always be an ignorant nigga from Louisiana. All right, so Sherri Shepherd. Hope I'm looking right. Look, Sherri is doing her thing on the Wendy Williams show. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, she's not Wendy Williams. Don't get it twisted. She's not Wendy Williams. However, Shepherd is really doing her thing. She's comedic. Her timing is on point. She's entertaining. She can hold the show. She's doing all the segments from the hot topics to the interviews to down to the cooking segments or the at-home segments. I'm really liking Sherri and enjoying her on the show. I'm finding myself watching the show longer. You know, now the ratings have been skyrocketing. Since Wendy has been gone, they've been up by they went up by 33%. Now, this is the time where Leah Remini and Michelle Visage, I believe, were on the show. However, I couldn't take that. I didn't really watch that one. It was too whitewashed for me. I don't know if those numbers are inflated because they want us to believe that these white women are just having these numbers through the roof like that. I'm not buying it all the way. I'm not totally sold on that. However, Sherri, I'm interested to see what the ratings would be for Sherri this week because she's very, very entertaining. And I'm actually living for her. And I think a lot of the fans and even the staff look like they're enjoying Sherri Shepherd on the show. So I think that she's doing good. And if nothing else, Sherri needs a show. And also, too, if they feel like if they can't find anybody else and Wendy's going to be gone for the remainder of the year, I say, listen, just bring Sherri out, let her finish out the rest of the year, cancel the rest of the hosts, let Sherri do it. And then, you know, if Wendy doesn't want to come back, give Sherri her own show. She can do it. And, you know, I think it'd be very entertaining. All right. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. The case is heating back up. So we got to figure out what's going on. So looks like Tory Lanez will be headed to court. Okay. Tory Lanez has been ordered to appear in person for this hearing, which will likely involve a testimony from witnesses connected to the July 2020 shooting in Hollywood Hills that left Megan Thee Stallion with injuries to her foot. Tory maintains his innocence in connection to the shooting. A prosecutor told the judge that she estimates the preliminary hearing will take about 90 minutes. It's unclear if Megan Thee Stallion will appear in court. Okay, so it looks like Tory Lanez will be going to court and he will be having to testify. The preliminary hearing is set for December, so we will keep you guys updated on that. Well, child, this next little story, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I believe it. However, the Queen of Brooklyn, Zenobia Washington, has passed away at age 38, okay? So according to documents obtained by TMZ, police and paramedics have found Zenobia unconscious and unresponsive in front of a New York City building. She was reportedly taken to a nearby hospital where doctors determined she had passed away. Authorities say findings in the preliminary investigation revealed that Zenobia's injuries may be indicated that she had fell from an elevated position. While the investigation into Zenobia's passing is still ongoing, authorities believe that she may have intentionally jumped off of the building. Mind you, they said that this was from the 6th floor, okay? Now, I don't know about you. I don't know about me, them, her, whatever. Black people just don't jump out of 6-foot story buildings. You know what I'm saying? In New York City. You know, I feel like if it was going, let's be very clear. She used to talk a lot of shit about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Remy Ma. Like, she talked a lot of shit. I'm not saying that that's why, you know, she should die or anything like that. However, I'm saying it's hard to believe that this woman killed herself. And if she did kill herself, there was other ways to do it than jumping out of off the sixth floor of a New York City building onto the concrete. I mean, she could have cut herself. Hell, she could have OD'd on some pills. I mean, if I was going to kill myself, I might as well have thrown myself into cardiac arrest. I mean, I would have found the biggest dope dealer in New York and bought all the drugs he had, and I would have got higher than shit. And maybe my heart would have exploded, or maybe I would have had a heart attack. But at least, or I would have maybe OD'd on some pills. At least I would have went out silently. Could you imagine jumping out of a building and just landing splat? I mean, why would you want to go out that way? Now, I feel like she was pushed out. I feel like one of them niggas or one of them females, somebody that she done talked about so bad, maybe it sent some niggas after her. We don't know who. Could have been ISIS, whatever. But I personally think that somebody may have pushed her out of that window or pushed her out of that elevated position. I don't think that this woman jumped out of a building and said, hey, today is the day that I just want to, at 38 years old, I just want to jump out of a building today. I don't believe you could ever be that high, especially as a black person. I don't care for damn how high you get. You're never too high to a point where you're going to jump your ass out of a building onto the cement. Somebody pushed that woman. She was talking too much, and somebody got tired of it, and somebody came and pushed that woman out of a window. You can't tell me that's not what happened. Somebody killed that woman. And those are my thoughts on that. But, you know, we'll see. This is brand new. The investigation is still going on. But you hear me this. She ain't jump out no window and she ain't tripping fall. Somebody came up when she wasn't looking, opened that window and shoved her through that motherfucker. That's what happened. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that she just voluntarily jumped out of the window and wanted to end it all? Or do you think that, you know, there's other ways to go about doing that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could think of 1,000 ways to kill yourself other than jumping out of a window in the middle of New York City. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, make sure you guys like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Keep that same energy, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.